Sweden is a big country with a small population and not a great deal to do. Because of this, most Swedish kids are encouraged to be musical. It's a form of home entertainment, either that or learn to ride. For our four young singers, the Swedish stage was the first step on the road to worldwide fame and fortune. Björn Ulvaeus was part of the Hootenanny Singers, a schoolboy sensation band of the early 60s, in Sweden that is, and I tracked down founder band member Hansi Schwartz, who gave Liquid Assets an exclusive interview.
Now I guess it's every schoolboy's dream to be in a successful band, and you guys lived that dream.
That's right, yes we did. It was absolutely fantastic.
And how did you manage to mix being in a successful band and coming to school?
Well, it was hard work. We had to try to make it both and do it well and make our parents happy to make a good exam. That's what it was. And make ourselves happy making good music.
They made themselves very happy with a record deal while still at school.
We made a lot of records. I think we did 20 albums.
Gosh.
And we made around 250 songs by that time. But that didn't give so much money. The money was in touring in Sweden.
So what sort of money was it you would get as artists?
It was 3%.
3%? Each or between you all?
Between us all.
Baby, those are the rules.
So it was not a percent each on the album, so it was not so much money.
But it was better than maths homework. Björn's first professional foray as a folk singer netted him a worthy £10,000.
I have a dream.
This traditional music wasn't the only option for the discerning Swedish youth. There was an alternative.
For a country steeped in tradition, Sweden has produced its fair share of international icons. Björn Borg, IKEA, Absolute Vodka. And in the early 60s, he even had his own version of the Beatles.
So if it was rock and roll you were after, Swedish style, then how about the Hepstars? Introducing Benny Andersson on keyboards.
We was really big. We sold like about 100,000 copies of almost every single we released, and that was a lot of in Sweden. I mean, it's a small country, and it was like the hysteric fans screaming, crying, and we were really big.
Sven's still really big in Sweden and is currently number 9 in the Swedish charts.
We really worked too much. I think we toured and toured and toured. I think we was performing 7 days a week, which was really much. But okay, we were young and it was fun, so why not?
Why not indeed? It was worthwhile, and Benny's pre-ABBA worth was a rock and rolling £12,000. He still collects royalties from the Hepstars today. Björn and Benny, although musically poles apart, would meet often. Either here at Björn's family home or rehearsing at his dad's paper mill. They shared a love of music and melody. And the seeds were sown for the Swedish equivalent of our very own Lennon and McCartney.
When he started composing with Björn, that they were going to be real big, I mean, even outside of Sweden. It was just in the air, because he was so talented. And when he wrote songs, I still think he's the best one we have in Sweden to write songs, him and Björn.
So while the boys in their respective bands lived the life of rock and roll, Swedish style, what of the girls? Agneta Falskog dreamt of singing stardom, and by the age of 18 had quit her low-paid telephonist job and was singing full-time. She had a manager and a record deal. This little scene video was the beginning of the blonde bombshell image that would come to haunt her. By 1968, she was top gunning the Swedish charts, and this being Sweden in the 60s, her pre-ABBA income of £5,000 was some considerable fortune.
Här kommer alltså dagens segrarinna, Annie-Frid Lyngstad.
Annie-Frid Lyngstad, meanwhile, did not have the Swedish golden hair touch, but at the age of 21, she won a talent contest in Stockholm. Part of the prize was to perform live on national TV.
Det var en ledig dag, så fylld av välbehag.
Liquid Assets takes an exclusive look at her painfully shy first professional performance. Although this led to a club career, Frida never really cracked the elusive charts, and her pre-ABBA value was only £3,000. This puts the ABBA before ABBA running total at £30,000.